Good day, sir. This is Carlos Ivano. Presentation on thermodynamics system. So first, content, definition, types under examples, open system, closed system, isolated system. And so we can talk here also the where the thermodynamics applied or how thermodynamics applied in our reality. Thermodynamic system. What is thermodynamic system? A definite quantity of matter on which we focus our attention for its thermodynamics analysis to study the change in properties due to exchange of energy in the form of heat and work is called thermodynamic system. Also, the system may be a quantity of steam, a mixture of gas and vapor, or a piston cylinder, a symbol of an internal combustion engine. So here are the four the step that can explain the inside and the input and the output of the thermodynamics system, surroundings, boundary, and universe. So first is the system. Anything which are kept in the consideration is called system. So next is the surrounding. Everything external to the system is known as surrounding. Third is the thermodynamic system and surroundings are separated by an envelope called boundary of a system. So the line of the then the universe thermodynamic system plus surrounding equals to universe. So as we can see there is an image that can explain the surroundings outer or the outer, then the system which is in the surrounding which is inside the thermodynamics or system, what we call system, then the boundary, the line, and we can call that all as a universe. So next is classification of thermodynamic system. So there are types of thermodynamic system: open system, closed system, and isolated system. So first is open system. Open system is in open system the mass as well as energy transfer may take place between system and its surroundings. Most of engineering devices are open system. So as we can see into the example image, open system, the mass in, the mass out, then the energy in, the energy also out. So it means it, the mass in is equal into the mass out, or what we have been in is equals to what we have been out. So energy in equals to energy out. Second is closed system definition. In closed system, the mass within the boundary of the system remains constant and only the energy transfer may take place between the system and its surroundings. So the mass is no transfer, it is a remaining or constant. The energy in, the energy out. So it is a closed system. The energy will the one who transfer or may take place between the system and its surroundings. So example of a closed system is first is pressure cooker, then second a rubber balloon filled with air and tightly closed, then third is the gas confined between a piston and cylinder. So the next of this one I will show you the example of the closed system. So here we go. First example of closed system is a pressure cooker. So a pressure cooker. Then the second example is the air balloon. Some second example of closed system. Then proceed to the example number 3, the piston cylinder. Between the piston cylinder. So the last one is isolated system. Defines that in an isolated system, never mass nor energy transfer takes place between the system and its surroundings. So it means that the mass and the energy is still constant or stable. Isolated system. So there is no out of energy and the transfer of mass. So that's what we call isolated system. So in isolated system there are two examples, thermos flask, and number two is the universe. So want to see you the image of thermoplasm and universe. So the first example is the thermoplasm. Example of isolated, and the second one is the universe. Second example of isolated system. It's look like the universe. So from now on, let's proceed to the example of this first sample of thermodynamics, the open system. So example of open system is internal combustion engines. Second is air compressor. Third is water pump. Fourth is steam engine. Fifth is the boiler. And the sixth is the turbine. So here are some pictures of the examples of the open system. So first example of open system. So internal combustion, one of the example. Then the second one is compressor. So the second is air compressor. Second example of open system. Third is the water pump. So the water pump is the third example of open system. Then next is steam engine. Fourth example of open system. Then the fifth example is the boiler. Fifth example of open system. So the last one is the turbine, one of the example of open system. That's all, sir, and thank you and God bless.